Hey folks, Florida licensed private investigator Will Zariski here, and owner of W&W Solutions. I want to talk to you today about how do you know you're not wasting your money in hiring a private investigator. And there's only so far you're going to be able to go on the internet to public access databases. They're going to give you so much information. Most of it's not accurate or up to date. That's where a private investigator can come in handy, finding information that is not accessible to the general public. Secondly, how valuable, how important is the information, the evidence that you need for your case? How much is that worth to you? And we also have to consider not to be bedazzled by the background of a private investigator. Oh, we've got 20, 30, 40 years law enforcement experience. Yes, that's all great. You know, my partner's retired from New York PD as a detective. However, to what capacity were they in law enforcement? Were they a traffic cop? Did they work for the transit system? Were they in computer forensics? So there's a lot of questions there that you want to present and not be so impressed with a background, whether it is in high-level government or whatever they're claiming on their website. So always look at that. What did they do? We appreciate their service. A lot of people that were in law enforcement tend to get into investigations. But I'll tell you, I have put a few people through internships and taught them the art of investigation, and they become good investigators. So you want to look at the background and case study. What cases have they done? What was the outcome? Do they have any testimonials in their reviews of clients they've helped in the past? We have a few people, and I understand the sensitivity of certain cases, but we do have a few clients in pretty high-profile positions that have given us a really good review based on the evidence that we found. Also, you want to know what separates that private investigator from the other investigators, the other investigative agencies. I like to pride ourselves in going above and beyond. If most of this work in private investigations is in surveillance, and we tend not to sit on houses that there's no activity. We like to get proactive, make sure that the target is there. Listen, I'm just going to tell you like it is. There's a lot of private investigators out there that are lazy. They want to make a buck. They'll sit on a house, and there's nobody there. So we like to get proactive, make sure we know where our target is, or do the best job that we can to locate them before we begin a surveillance. There's many aspects of why you may need a private investigator. Phone number searches, skip traces, surveillance, divorce, child custody, computer, cell phone forensics. There's a lot of services that a private investigator can do for you. But primarily, it comes down to a lot of the cases in surveillance. Most of my clients, being down here in Southwest Florida, are from outside of the area, mainly up north. And they have a significant other or even a son or a daughter living down here, and they want to know what's going on. And the only way that we can do that is through, the grueling, surveillance when we're sitting in our cars, 8 hours a day. We can't leave. We have to get the evidence. So we want to make sure we do what it takes to get the best footage possible, the best photos, the best video that you need for your case. So those are the things to consider. Are you wasting your money by hiring a private investigator? Unfortunately, the answer to that, it could be a gamble. We could go to a residence if it's a surveillance and that person remains inside, or they come out for a minute and go back in. We're still sitting there waiting for them to do something. We have to abide by laws. We're governed by the law, expectation of privacy, and things like that. If they come out in public, we can follow them. We can't provoke them to come out and do things. We have to play by the rules. So that is the things that you want to consider. How valuable is that information to you, and how good is the private investigator that you're wanting to hire? For more information and for our services, check my website, www.willzpi.com. Thanks for watching, and God bless.